This is Dr. Foojan in the Ask Me segment. I have someone who has asked me, why is it that all day I'm thinking negatively? I keep fighting in my head with other people, even if they're not there. When I look at something, the first thing that shows up for me is negative, and I really spend all of my day either frustrated, feeling angry, sad, sometimes hopeless, and I'm done. I'm done with this way of feeling. So, what do I do? That is an amazing question because I think a lot of people will go through that. First of all, you might want to talk to a therapist to look at whether you've had depression, with dysthymia, which is a low grade depression, or even more major depression, like a clinical depression. If most of the day you are feeling negative, you're crying, you're always looking at things from a hopeless perspective, it might be that you are suffering from depression, whether that depression has been something that's been in your family of origin, or chemical shifts, or hereditary, or it's just been a way that you've been raised. Or a habitual way of thinking and feeling that has been part of your surrounding and environment for a while. So you kind of like just picked it up. So, what can we do to get out of it? First, I want to ask you to start journaling because I want you to see and witness, and I'm proud of you for already looking and seeing that they're observing and seeing that you are looking at negativity. But if you can start journaling and every night write without censoring yourself, and then come back and look at how much of those are negative. And for each negative point that you put in, I want you to start looking at some positive aspect of that. What did you learn from it? The beauty that was in there, and start retraining your brain into seeing also the beauty and positivity. Even during the day, when you keep looking at things that are around you and automatically you go for fixing something, or, oh, look how bad that is, promise yourself, ask yourself to even force yourself to see maybe one or two positive things about that point. We're trying to retrain the habitual thought process and emotional process that you've created for yourself. Many people, they look at things and look at negativity in order to protect themselves, or they have seen the world from a negative place and generalized it, and therefore, again, in order to protect themselves, they only look at the negativity in order to fix it. But obviously, fixing it or coming up with solution could be a couple of seconds. We could go back and enjoy our time. So if you're not enjoying your time, maybe that just has become your default position, and you got to be able to gain control in the way that you're actually thinking. So, how do we look at something in a positive way? If it's the past that you keep going to, maybe you could look at, what did I learn from that experience? How did it make me grow? How has it enhanced my life? How has it created more resiliency and power for me? So, those are all the positivity that you could come up with the events of the past. If it's something that, as you're walking through the day, you see, right beside it, either find something positive about it, or come back and look at something else that is positive beside it. So you either change the same thing to look at the positivity, or if you just can't come up with anything positive about that, then leave it aside and look at other things that are positive. This way, you can balance your day in training yourself to also look at things in a positive way. Promise yourself that you want to be happy. And from that promise, start looking at all the things that make you happy. Maybe some actions that are there, maybe being with friends, maybe holding a feeling of gratitude for things that are beautiful in your life. Maybe wake up in the morning and promise yourself to say 5 things that you already feel grateful. One, waking up, you're alive. Two, you can breathe. Maybe you have hot water. Maybe you have a roof on your top of your head. Any of those, something very simple, And then maybe at night, you can promise yourself to journal and find something positive. Five things that are positive during the day. That whether you created it and gave it to the world as a gift, or that the world had created it and gave it to you as a gift. This way, you'll begin shifting your way of being from a default position of negativity to a positivity. If the way that your belief system has put you in a space that is negative, then maybe you need to get some help so that someone out there, a therapist, could challenge some of the belief systems that you've created, like the formulas you've created. If there are traumas from the past that haven't been healed, then my suggestion is create some healing for it and go somewhere and get help. Go start reading the book. In my book, Life Reset, I go through phases, and the third phase is the awareness skills that you gain, and then the fourth phase is actually healing the past and the trauma. So then, if you complete your past, usually you'll come back into the present moment, and the past just doesn't keep coming up. If you're feeling powerless and hopeless, there might be times that you have been experiencing powerlessness in the past and you've kind of generalized it. So maybe start looking every day and again, journal it of all the things that you are in power of, that you are in control of, and that you have created for yourself that have been amazing and beautiful. The last tip, I want you to go ask maybe five people in your life about what they think is great about you, and write them down and put it as somewhere that you can keep seeing and reminding yourself. You deserve to be positive and live happy.